Hey there, just testing out a few things in case anybody's watching this. I'm just checking out Restream Studio. I haven't used Restream Studio yet with LinkedIn Live, so I'm hoping that like maybe some comments will show up so I can kind of see how the chat works. I'm going to be doing a live event with Andy Honeycutt this Friday, and it's gonna be our first time live streaming to LinkedIn Live as well. So I'm just trying to like set up the show and try out a few things like messing with the like countdown timer before the show starts. How the comments are going to look coming from LinkedIn, make sure they work from Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn, all the sources we're going to go to. As well as I'm going to try building my overlay that I use for OBS. Right now, let me share my screen real quick here. So we'll share screen number 2. So this is what I'm looking at right now. I've got just Restream Studio up, but if I open up OBS here, you'll see. Maximize this, bring over OBS. So this is my my layout in OBS that I usually use. It's kind of like a 90s overlay with like fun colors, and I've got like captions in the corner and everything like that. But I kind of like this like little like old school user interface thing, so that like everything's contained in these little windows basically. So that's like my comment feed, and when I show my screen I kind of go over my little picture-in-picture like frames have little windows to them. So I was thinking I might build these overlays for Restream Studio instead, to kind of see like how does it look, and can I line up all of the boxes where Restream puts that stuff, and set it up so that it will line up properly. Because one thing that's nice with OBS is if I go in here and I like unlock my camera, is I can move my camera anywhere I want to. But with Restream Studio, you can't do that. It's just, wherever the website says it's going to be. So like I can drag my face here and I can switch it like that, but that's about all I can do. I can't move it up a few pixels or over a few pixels, I've basically got like a few layouts that I could use, so I can click like down here and I can switch from side by side to down at the bottom to this is the picture in picture, so it's a little bit bigger with me in the corner. And those are kind of the options that you're with. So what I can do is I've got this overlay area right here, and you can upload different graphics that are PNG files with things cut out of them. So like if I take away my screen here and I go to this, I can click like this Christmas overlay, and it's basically got like a frame, so I can kind of punch out portions of it. And there's an overlay in here that if I press this one, it kind of like push in a little bit. Well, then I made that overlay that's kind of that 90s like frame overlay, and but if I hide it, whoops, if I do this, it's cutting off some of the sides, because I can't resize that camera any different, any smaller, so I need to think about, should I make this a little bit bigger, or how should I kind of mess with that with Canva. So let me bring my thing back on screen. So that's kind of what I'm playing with, is just Canva, and I thought, well, I might as well go live. That way, if there's any chat here, then I can put that on screen and we can see how that lays on top of the screen. See, like Ross, he says, hey man, thanks for watching. Oh, here we go. Here's a LinkedIn comment. Hey, dude, how you doing? Thank you for posting on on LinkedIn. This is my first time like getting a comment from LinkedIn, so I wanted to make sure that that actually comes in. And it's really cool that like all of this is a unified chat window right here. So if I do like the overlay on here, hide messages from stream. Oh, I guess it doesn't show unless new comments pop up. But whether people are watching from YouTube or they're watching from LinkedIn, this chat overlay on the right-hand side will show up in a single place. Yeah, so like Ross, he shows up in that chat window, or I can highlight him by bringing it on screen that way. I can just like toggle off the thing. That's awesome. So yeah, it's got LinkedIn and YouTube combined as a unified thing. Because right now I'm going to YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter all at the same time through Restream Studio, which is pretty cool. I mean, all browser based. You don't have to have a crazy M1 Mac to do that. Oh, this looks new. I can also star a comment, and I can reply, block the user, put the user in like timeout, add them to my block list on Restream so they can't do anything else. Let's see what LinkedIn does. I can just add to the block list on LinkedIn, but I can favorite it, and I can favorite like one from YouTube, one from LinkedIn, and then it gives me this new thing here. I think that's new, where you can have a pinned message up here. And then I like that because then, yeah, we can pin those or star them for later on, and kind of go back to them later if there's like a lot of chat. There's not really too much chat normally in my live streams. So I'm going to bring a second person on here as well, so we can kind of try like, what does it look like if I have Andy involved as well? So I've got Megan Bowen right here, and I'm going to copy this, and then over here on Megan's browser, she's going to come in here, Restream Studio, and she puts her name in as Megan. Leave her microphone off, but there's her little looping camera that I've got. So she's going to join. We're going to get rid of that. And then now, whoa. Let's see here. I need to mute. There we go. Okay, I needed to mute Windows on my RTP session because that was going to be frustrating. So now over on this side, we've got Megan sitting down there at the bottom, and we can turn her on, and now she is side by side with me. I can rearrange her and move them around if I want, or I can go to this layout here. I can even get rid of my desktop, and now you guys are looking at me side by side, Cool. I think that works pretty well. And then, yeah, if you turn off the chat overlay and turn it back on, apparently it clears out. It only shows the new messages, not any existing messages. I wonder, it'd be kind of nice if you like starred all of these, if then it would show the pinned messages if there wasn't anything new. But I guess you'd have to probably maybe have like another toggle that was like pinned to chat overlay versus just regular chat overlay or something to kind of show all of your highlighted messages. It'd be kind of cool. Okay, yeah, so that is working. And I've got Megan side by side here. So what I'm gonna do is I want to have this side by side. And right now, this graphic overlay, you can kind of see that there's like black boxes above and to the right side of Megan, and there's also a black box like above me a little bit. So let's hide that, and then I'm going to take a screenshot of the side-by-side view, and then we'll go into Camtasia. I'll show my screen in a second, and we'll play with Camtasia here. Or Canva, sorry. Okay, so we're going to screenshot this window. Get that out of the way. Then I'll take Megan away. We'll show my screen. I'll do picture-in-picture so you can see a little bit better. And yeah, let's go play with, let's get rid of OBS because we don't need it. Let's play with Canva. So this is my Canva layout. And I've got this like, let's hide this here. I've got this like template that I found that was like, it was something for like school teachers to play like a game, you know, so it was like a slide deck template. And I really liked that it had all of these cool little elements, and it kind of had like this, you know, old school user interface vibe to it. You know, you've got these like little resources. So if I'm like playing a video back, then I can use this little video player. Or if I'm, you know, this is like a little 16 by 9 ish. I think it's probably not actually 16 by 9. It's probably more like 16 by 12 or something. But I've got like, this is a little bit more widescreen, so I can kind of use it as a camera versus like a video, and this is like a 4:3 aspect ratio. And then I use this vertical one sometimes for like comment feeds and stuff like that. Although I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with an overlay in Restream. I don't think that's going to allow me to do it. So what I've got here is this dual video display. So in Snagit, we're going to grab this picture, and then I'm going to upload it here to this side. And I've done this like a while back, but I'm going to delete that one. So we're going to add this on screen and make it bigger. Do that. So that's like pretty much got my positioning, right? I'm just going to now kind of like make it a little bit more transparent so I can kind of see what's going on. And you can see here that like it's not lined up quite as good as you want it to be. Although it's not too bad because like there's no line across the top. So like I'm covering on that side, covering on this side. So I already adjusted this a little bit, but you can kind of see there on the bottom, like where her shirt is, it's going to cut off just a little bit right there. And you can kind of see the same for me. Like there's just like a little bit of gap right there. So what we need to do is take this and send it backwards, send it backwards. So I'm kind of just sending it back until, there we go. There's this area where it was a little bit too low. So we need to kind of bump it up just a little bit to where the line kind of matches on that side right there. So let's do that. Ever so slightly bumping that up just a little bit. So that looks pretty well lined up there. If I go over here to the top, you can kind of see that it's looking pretty good. Let's bring this back up a little bit brighter. So that's pretty well lined up. Same right there. So now let's take this and fit it back where it was. Then we'll grab this element, we'll move it up so it's lined up with this other one. They're centered with each other. And then if I kind of look at this side by side, it feels like there's too much on this side. Go compared to that side. So I'm going to bump this over a little bit so that it's like a little bit more centered. That looks a little bit more centered like that. And then same thing here. I'm just kind of eyeballing like that gap versus that gap right there. That looks the same to me, or close enough anyway. So there's my layouts. If I now I can delete that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to download this. So we need to download it as a PNG. And we only want this page, which is dual video feeds. Hit done. And we're going to download that. Okay. And then it's just 90s overlay.png. I'll call this side-by-side cameras. And let's save it to, let's just save it to my desktop. I'm gonna make a new folder called Restream Studio, and then we'll make a folder inside that called Overlays. And there we go. So side-by-side cameras, we'll save that. Then now, if I get rid of this, inside that folder, there's Restream Studio, and then Overlays, and then the side-by-side camera. So what I do to kind of punch these out is I leave these green boxes here when I export it out, but then I go in and in macOS I hit markup, and then I use the little magic wand tool, and then I can highlight these green boxes really easily and delete them like that, which I can get just a little bit better, I think. Maybe. To kind of get rid of, there's like a little bit of a green sliver right in there that we can kind of grab. So I'll zoom in here and kind of just grab part of that. Just kind of keep getting it just a little bit better and better. You know, and it's just got to be close enough. I mean, it's not people aren't going to be zoomed in that much, you know, it's just a video overlay. It's not the end of the world. All right. So we saved that picture, and now those are punched out right there. So back in Restream Studio, what we'll do is we will upload. So right here, this one didn't line up properly for me. Also, I'm going to hide all the default graphics. So this is just my theme. It's the 90s theme is what I'm going for. So this one did not line up. So I'm going to click the X to get rid of it. And we're going to start trying this new one out here. So let's go back here to overlays, side-by-side camera, upload it like that. And then now we've got this overlay. So now if I turn off that, but I turn on Megan, we're now side by side with no background. And then I turn on that overlay. Now we line up a little bit better with each other. Like that. So, and I'm wondering are these the same size? Those two windows? I'm not quite sure. So let's get rid of that, and let's do something else here. Okay. Let's get rid of Megan. Let's go back to Camtasia or Canva. I think those are the same size. Let me try this. Let me put it on top of the other one. Yes, those are the exact same width. Okay, it was just messing with my eyes. So yeah, those are the same box. So that's good. Okay. Cool. So we've got like a side-by-side overlay now, which the only thing I wonder about is like there's no background to this. you know, and I kind of wonder if overlays aren't the way to go, you know, because you're going to be switching back and forth, right? You're going to be going from like this one on the left, or with people on the right, with the screen on the left. You might like switch them out like that or something. But then you're going to go to this side-by-side view and then be like, oh, let me show you my screen. And then it's going to transition that way. And it looks really cool and it works really well. But if that overlay is turned on, then it's going to look weird until you like go manually turn that off. You know, you'd have to like do both of them at the same time. Because if I do it this way, then it works side by side and it looks pretty good. So I don't know, it might be better if it was a background of some sort, but then you don't get the cool little like overlay things. All right, so let's check the settings in Restream. Let's see what that looks like. I'll make this a little bit bigger for you guys. All right, so shortcuts. There's new shortcuts inside of here that I could like, you know, map on my Stream Deck, and I could maybe make like a, you know, a folder or make a profile that's for Restream Studio. And you can do controls, you know, like I can hide my camera and turn my camera back on, add background music, which hopefully you guys like this background music. It's just the chill hop music. We can do something else if you want. And then there's these ones. So these are the different layouts. Show all sources, hide all sources, Shift H, contain cover. So that's just the little like thumbnails across the bottom, the little options across the bottom. You can open the private chat, open the invite guest pop over. So like, what does I do? Okay, that just opens up that. And then Shift H, and that brings everybody, so that everybody out totally brings everybody back on. And then what are the items here? So it's just Shift 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But see, there's not one for show and hide the overlay. Probably what I would do, I like this layout the best, where you've got like a couple people here, you got the screen over here. So let's build an overlay for that. And then we'll decide, you know, do we give up the little UI elements and just have kind of like a background that these things lay on top of? That's probably a better choice because we don't have the same control that we have with OBS, right? Okay, so Canva, let's go back and let's start a totally new page here. So let's duplicate this page and let's call this rename. How do I rename it? Oh, there's the little pencil icon. Click the pencil and then we'll call this host plus guest plus screen, right? So it's gonna be the screen over here, guest, host together. All right, so let's upload some files. And we did this on the desktop. So there's that screenshot. We're gonna start again with the screenshot right there. And then we're gonna fill up the screen because this is the stage, right? And then we'll make this a little bit transparent like that. And we're gonna wanna put our elements on top of these zones here, but you can kind of see it like this area right here where the screen is, that is a 16:9 aspect ratio. But because my laptop that I'm sharing is 16:10, because like MacBooks are a little bit taller, it it has like gray bars on the side, but I know that this is basically locked to 16 by 9. So if I were to share my ultra wide monitor, it just would be like super skinny with black bars on the top because it's 21 by 9. So we've got a couple little elements here and a big window over here. So if I go over to my screen elements, maybe we can grab this one right here, paste that in, and that can be like our overlay for the screen, the little screen window right there. So yeah, that's starting to get so big that I don't think I really want to have it be quite that big because it kind of dominates the whole thing. And then what you do is you grab these and you got to figure out which one of these little boxes. There we go. That's the one that you got to turn green. It's the second one. So yeah, I could technically do that. And then I could do like the smaller versions, or maybe I want to do these as like a little 4x3, you know, like do something different. So I'll grab the little media player looking window and put that on here. And we'll kind of put these over like that. I want to make that smaller, right? So let's zoom over here. Like this, we'll want to kind of shrink them down a little bit, but we'll take like my face right there. And we want this to be the same size for Megan. And I put her face in here, maybe like that. And then again, we're gonna click on the white. We're gonna change that to green, hopefully. Let's fit this. Nope, that's the wrong white one. So that's the one that we gotta select green. The first box, select that as green. And now we've kind of got like our punch outs. If I delete this picture, that's my layout. I'm not really liking that color for the background. So maybe let's go with a pink. I think, yeah, this is like a pink grid looking one. And let's add like a couple of these like little fun elements to it also. So let's grab the background here. Paste that on. So it's got like a grid looking thing. And then let's change this pink bar to like a blue. So it's not quite, you know, it looks a little bit better. And then let's grab some of these little fun guys here. Copy those and bring them over here, put those in. Yeah, and we can kind of have it on top, which looks pretty fun and cool. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. That looks fun. Okay, so we're going to delete, or we're going to download this as a PNG, and we don't want all pages, we just want page 20. So number 20 is right here. We're going to download it like that. And then in the overlays, we're going to call this screen plus host plus guest, right? There's 3 elements on the screen. Save that. And then we're going to go back in here and we're going to upload. So we're going to hit this button right here. We're going to upload that. And there it is. So screen plus host plus guest. Oh, wait. No, we can't do that. I'll actually do it here and show you. If I do that, I left the green boxes in there. So now the green, it's not punched out. So we got to fix that. So we're going to go in here, we're going to delete that. And now back over in Finder, we've got to go delete our little green boxes here. So let's do that next. Kind of delete these like that. Okay, so we got those 3. Let's get rid of that. And then now when I go in here and upload this, there's no green boxes, right? So we're gonna upload that. And in a second. So there's that. Now, instead of this kind of plain black background, now I could add this, and now we're inside little boxes, which looks kind of cool, kind of fun. And that's some of the challenge of like that template that I found is in Canva, is that like you have to work within these constraints of like this aspect ratio, because if I grab this, it's like a flat image up here at the top. There's no ungroup over here, so I can't make that 16 by 9. I can't make it like skinnier and wider so that more of the person fits inside there. So you're kind of stuck with like these constraints the way it looks right now. But hey, that is pretty wild looking. Let's see what the chat has to say here. Yeah, Joe, this does not look like Microsoft Teams right now. That is correct. We're doing Restream Studio, and I'm doing RTMP directly, or Restream Studio directly into LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitter through these 3 services. So some of the stuff I've done a little bit earlier was Teams, and I'm doing a couple of things here with this live stream that's just kind of off the cuff. Is I'm building some layouts and kind of like learning how the layouts work with Restream. That helps me when I give like feedback to Microsoft. I come from a place of experience saying, hey, I know how this product does it, or how StreamYard does it. Like, the more you know about the different products out there in the industry, the more that you can, the more that you like aren't just stuck in this Microsoft world. You know how things are outside, and then you can kind of provide a little bit of feedback, like, this is what I like about this one, this is what I dislike about it, ways that could be innovated on. And then the other thing is testing out the comments like yours on screen right now. I wanted to make sure that LinkedIn and Twitter and YouTube all had this unified feed, so that whenever I do my live stream with Andy on Friday, and we're not going to do these crazy overlays, we'll just do like our normal thing with a background. But when I do it with Andy, we'll be able to have all of the comments on screen. So I know that works. But yeah, just kind of playing around with stuff. And you have to go live if you want comments to be able to show on the screen. So, but thanks for watching, Joe. If you're still watching, it looks like there's 2 people watching right now, and they're both on YouTube right now. So yeah, we've got this overlay, and then we've got, like, I can swap me and Megan, which is kind of nice, and I could throw Megan up on the screen, and then the shared screen goes down to the other side. And if I want to spotlight myself and then bring back the thing, I can flip back and forth, which is pretty sweet. So that's kind of fun. But I noticed also what I didn't like is the chat. Like, whenever I showed Joe's chat here, yeah, that kind of clashed pretty badly, so like I'd want to have a different color. Maybe I go with like the yellow from here. No, that's probably not a great color. But I guess I could go with like whatever other color, like maybe a blue or something that looks kind of LinkedIn blue. To kind of make it stand out, but this looks pretty busy in this bottom corner down here. It's a little bit wild looking. The other thing is, if I take his comment away, is these other things, like, so if I've got like follow Andy on Twitter and then at Andy Honeycutt, if I had like this little thing that I wanted to bring on screen, what does that look like? Yeah, and this just kind of looks kind of busy compared to if I take away the graphic. There's nothing on screen. And then if I go back, and what I normally do is I have this background right here, or no, which background did we use? This one. You know, that looks a little bit like cleaner in my opinion, and that's what we're going to do on Friday is this type of a layout. But you know, you can do fun overlays, and that completely changes the look and the feel because it's like slapped on top of it, you know. And but yeah, the problem that I'm running into, I probably am not going to go with this overlay idea, because say that we go back to just me and Megan side by side, now the overlay's messed up, so I have to click two things, you know. I have to click like the contained button, plus I have to switch to this one. And then if we go back to screen sharing, then now I have to click this and that's not clean. You know, if I could do like both of those actions with a single press of the button, then that would work out. But yeah, so I think it's more designed to be like you use a background to make it look nice, and then you're kind of floating on top of the background. And then the overlays, you notice that like the sample overlays they give you, they're like basically framed all the way around here, you know. So like you've got some elements up here at the top of the UFO, and you got some fun things down here. But you know, they're not like constraining the design of where the boxes are, because now if I flip this around, the overlay, like, see, you know, it looks okay still. And if I bring this back on, that looks okay, although this circle right here is covering up a chunk of the screen. So, you know, I think what you got to do with your overlays is you got to kind of maybe have elements around the stage here, but not cover too much of it for the different layouts you use, which for me and Andy, that's going to be this view that you're looking at now, where it's the two of us with a screen. You're going to have like maybe just one of us on screen with a screen, two of us with a screen, two of us talking side by side, or one of us, which is full screen, or one of us a little bit smaller, and then back to the side by side, you know. So I kind of think that you got to avoid that, you know. So what is that? Side by side, single person, side by side with a screen shared, and then like a single person with the screen shared, although that doesn't really change it all that much. And I guess you might do this where you hit maximize and it shows the whole thing full screen, but you know, I mean, that doesn't really change it all that much either. So there's kind of 4 main layouts to this. So yeah, I think I'll probably go away from doing this type of overlay that's more constrained, and it looks cool, it's very stylistic, but it doesn't really add that much, you know. It's kind of better to maybe just have those elements sprinkled throughout and then use just the background, you know. So like one thing I could do is I could take like this layout here, and I could get rid of all these boxes, right? Get rid of those, and then I could have this as the background, you know. Like, I mean, heck, maybe I just get rid of all of these. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's move this to the front. Or wait, yeah, let me delete all these, save it as a background, and then I'll change it to solid green. Actually, let's just do it as 2 pages. So we're going to duplicate this, and then we're going to go with a solid background. Actually, let's just delete that. Let's grab these 3 elements. Let's make these 3 elements our overlay, right? So we got these 3 elements. We're going to change this picture to a bright, crazy green because that's easy to cut out. And then we're going to get rid of these elements on our background. So we've got this nice grid. That's the background. That's the overlay. So now we're going to export number 20 and number 21. So PNG, number 20, and we're going to call this like pink grid background, or BG pink grid, right? Kind of use BG as the first area. And then we'll go here and we'll have this one be, I don't know what to call these crazy like crazy shapes, but we'll just call this like 90s overlay, right? Because this might be like the overlay we use for everything. So we only want page 21. Page 21, hit done, download that, and we're going to call this 90s overlay, which is the name of the whole file actually in Canva. And now we could probably get rid of some stuff. So we're going to hide this. We're going to get rid of our default graphics. So there's like nothing else here. And then we're going to do a background. And actually first, I keep forgetting this step. First, we got to go over here and we got to get rid of this green inside of this. So we're going to highlight all of that. This is why I like working on a Mac, is because like, this is just built into a Mac operating system. So I'm going to get rid of some of these little spaces between these ribs here. Oops. So we're going to kind of get rid of those. Zoom in quite a bit. Get rid of these little guys here. This little slice right there. So, I mean, it's not the cleanest thing in the world, but it's nice that that it works. There's like a little sliver down here too that I got to go get, because I do notice that. So let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay, yeah, close enough for an example. So we save that image. Now, if we go in here and get our 90s overlay, get our background, so pink BG. Now we layer these on. You got your pink background. You got your overlay on top of that, which does kind of, you know, you got background layer, sources, and then the thing up there, the overlay on top. So you got 3 layers to this bean dip here. And then I can just like turn them on and off like that. So now, regardless of what happens, I'm not affecting the layout. I can go side by side. I can have these elements on. I can have just Megan, and I can do, you know, like just the screen. You know, and it covers a little bit more of the screen, but that's probably okay. And then I can like get rid of Megan. I can get rid of the screen, and then I'm full screen like this, which looks pretty good. But if I kind of bump it out, that looks even better. Yeah, I'm kind of digging this. I think that works pretty good. And then I can like bring on the guest. Kind of show it side by side like that. I can switch this around, and yeah, the overlay doesn't affect anything, and I feel like that's better than this. You know, it's a little bit cleaner. Now also, if I show a chat message, so there's another 2 more chats. So I agree, the 80s complex overlay does look cool, but a simple overlay is more flexible. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm discovering. Like, you have less power with OBS, but then again, my kind of mantra that I have with my team, that I work with my architects and engineers, is there's elegance in simplicity. Like I keep saying that, like we need to stop overcomplicating everything, right? And just doing something simple a lot of times works a lot better. So when you're doing streams with Andy or using OBS, I'm a vMix guy, or Restream. Looks good for some simple events in my work. I use Restream for the most part with Andy, although I've been building out OBS, and we're going to start like doing a full OBS thing, because I like that it has like a an intro section. You know, like I can have a full intro video, and then me and Andy can be talking on the side through Teams, like just a regular Teams meeting. With Restream, I've got like the 1 minute video, right? And then we can't talk to each other during that minute long video. So there's not like a longer countdown that you can have. What we'd have to use like the little private chat area instead. But you know, I like Restream when I have a guest. I really like this layout because it's really simple. And we're going to use that, even though I've been building out OBS, we're going to use Restream for Friday, because I'm going to show OBS. I'm going to actually like demonstrate how I do a Yammer live event with OBS. So for that reason, I'm going to do Restream so that you don't get, you know, if I go back to this layout, so you don't get this like crazy hall of mirrors effect where it kind of like goes down. It'll be like a nice clean screen share with OBS. So, but yeah, I mean, I really like Restream Studio. I've used Restream and StreamYard. I prefer Restream. I think it's a little bit cleaner. It kind of has a little bit more polish on it, in my opinion. I like the background music that it just gives you, stuff like that. Where, you know, I was already using Restream to go to multiple places, so I was already paying for it. I might as well use the studio too. But yeah, I think that works pretty good. And then like if you had this like follow Andy, you know, it doesn't interfere with that. It doesn't interfere with chat messages. I feel like this layout just works a little bit better, you know, for what I'm doing. I can even show the people's faces, like or their names. I do like to do that, where you can see the names in there. And you can see like right here, it's covering up a little bit of where it has like my name badge. But because I know that's there, I could kind of bump that up a little bit, you know? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that just so it's done. So I can take this, I can bump it up a couple notches like that. And then I'm not sure that I like this white thing here. I'm kind of thinking, so we've got like let's go with a blue background, and let's go with these like pink guys here instead. Add those to our overlay too. So we'll kind of, we'll get rid of this, and we'll put this in the lower corner like that. And then this one, we'll just kind of put it like, maybe like over here. So got like a little bit in kind of all the corners. Okay, so let's download that. That's page number 21. So we're gonna go from all pages down here to page 21. There's that. Download it, and then I'm gonna replace it. So I'm gonna do just 90s overlay. I'm gonna replace that file. And then let's change this from green to the, you know, the blue that we're using. I don't know which one I should do. Ooh, the green looks kind of wild. Let's go with green. I like that green color. All right. So, and this was what, page 20? And this one we're going to save next to it. So this is BG-green grid. And we got to go to Finder. Can't forget that. Got to clean up this green area here. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I got to get that little diamond cut out there. And then get rid of these too. All of these little ribs, little riblets. Okay, zoom in on that. Get that guy out of there. Nope. And that one. There we go. Looking good. Save, quit. Let's upload. So now let's get rid of this overlay. And I mean, heck, let's get rid of these other overlays because we know that we're going to be sticking with this kind of like simple overlay. And boom, there we go. But we got pink on pink on pink. So we're going to add a second background. And we got a green background that we can replace. Now it looks a little bit cooler. There we go. I like that. And I bumped up this little starburst here so that it does not cover the person's name of the screen that's being shared. And that's what that looks like. So now if I turn off the screen, there's the two of us side by side, which now it covers up my name. So now we do need to move that a little bit over, which, where should I put that, do you think? Maybe I should just get rid of the little yellow star. And then I could put this one like over here, maybe. Could get rid of the yellow star, and then I could take the pink star and put it along the side, maybe. Let's see how that looks. Let's try that instead. So we'll put this guy over here. We'll get rid of that one completely. I think I'm going to bump that up a little bit like that. And I wish you could have these like animate, you know, so whenever it turns on, they kind of like come in as like an animated GIF or something. So PNG. And this is what, page 21. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, that works. Those are two things. Whatever. Okay, let's go in here. Get rid of the green. Just hunting down all the green areas. Nope. That little sliver there is the one that keeps giving me fits. There we go. Save, get rid of that. And now we'll try them side by side. So there's the new overlay. And boom, we've moved that over. We got rid of the yellow one. Now if I take this, I'm not covering anybody's name. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Okay, so we'll get rid of that other overlay. And now, yeah, you've got one overlay. You've got two background options. And that is that. I could do like news. I might do that. Let me figure out what color that blue is from Canva. Like what's that hex code color? So it's 93A4FF. 93A4FF. So it's that color. Then I think we'll do it like that, so it's like a little flag. Yeah. And there's like a comment. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there we go. There's kind of a 90s theme overlay. And if you do the chat overlay, that's what that looks like. But I guess the overlay now is going to cover the chat overlay, which you'll have like a little sliver right here where it won't. But I don't really use chat overlay that much anyway. So I think we might just stick with that. So there we go. We've gone through our brand settings here. We've got a theme. Yeah, I don't really like the rounded. I kind of like the little flag style. We got a color. We've got no logo, so I'm not really messing with the logo because I don't have a logo. Overlay. So we got that going. Our top layer. Don't have any video clips yet, but I've got a background layer, our bottom layer, and then the sources are the middle layer. And you like hide your default graphics. There's like all the stuff that comes with Restream Studio, so you can change the background if you want to have like something a little bit more wild. Have it kind of look like that. That's kind of funky looking, like that. But I turn off those, and we'll go with this. A little bit cleaner. Now for the video clip thing, I was working while I was watching the Chiefs game. I was working on an intro thing here. There was like a little intro video for stuff. Where's all my designs at? Did I lose it? Two thumbnails. I only have like, yeah, just those two. Oh, crap. I might have lost it. Yeah, I must have lost it. So I had like a little starting soon thing that I was working on. In here, there was like this style, kind of had these like shapes and similar colors, but it was gone. Recently used. Yeah. Apparently it didn't save. That's not cool. So we'll do 90s starting soon. And then what I had done is like get rid of these, and then do like @John Moore. Here. And like @Andy Honeycutt. And then I think I'll ungroup this and go with just the one thing there. And then I also had a countdown timer, which I uploaded. I thought I had uploaded it. A 2-minute countdown timer, yeah. So there's that. We're gonna crop this down. And I'll probably record like a new couple-minute timer that's like the length of the song that I was using. That way I can like do like better text, and I'll just like record it in OBS probably and export it that way. And then we know that we need 2 minutes, so 120 seconds. And then I won't use this music. Instead, what I had was this one from Stream Beats. And keep dragging this over here. Extend this song out like that. Make this to the front like that. Okay, and then now we'll download this and we'll put it in the Restream studio. And that could be like our little starting tune screen. And then I probably want like a thanks for watching also. I don't really want to do that. Okay, is this thing downloading yet? It's working on it. So whenever that's done, then we'll save that. Then we'll also do a thanks for watching that won't have a countdown timer, and we'll just have it like in the middle there. So let's go work on that. Okay, so let's go back to my designs, see if it shows up yet. Where's it at? I really don't want to refresh this app because I don't want to mess anything up. Let's go over here and go into Canva. See if it's over there yet. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this project. Make a copy. Because that other one's like rendering out. I don't want to mess it up. This will be 90s. Whoops. Thanks for watching. That'll be that screen. And on that one, it'll be the same 2 minutes, but we'll get rid of a couple of these things. We'll kind of move this down. And we'll change that text to thanks for watching. Like that. And then we'll download that one as an MP4 as well. Okay. So that's still rendering. The other one's going to start rendering. And let's make a new folder here. Call this videos. And I guess we can get rid of these screenshots that I took off my desktop. Now we're storing these things locally. We're uploading them to the account. That way, if something happens, I have a local copy that I'll throw in my OneDrive. Wonder if you guys can hear my dog barking in the background here. She is going nuts in her crate. Get rid of Snagit. Man, this takes a long time to render these things up in the cloud. I'll mute my mic and listen to music while we're doing. Almost there. Okay, cool. Now we're saving this file here. Let's see how long that takes to download. Well, I guess it downloads it locally. Only 15 megabytes. That took a long time for 15 megs. Okay. So we've got that one. The other one's like working on it. Let's go back over to Restream. So in Restream now we're going to do a video clip. And we're going to go to videos. Boom. There's our starting soon. The other one will be our thanks for watching. And then you've got now a pretty well-rounded show. You've got a beginning, the live portion, and you've got an end. And then probably you want to also make a video for be right back. You know, that's like, I don't know. You'd want that to like loop forever though, in case you have to like step away. I don't think you can loop videos. I mean, I guess you could just make it like super long. Okay, so that's going to process that video for a while. This one's still working. Canva's going to win on this one because I started it so much earlier. Almost there. thought it was going to pop up for a second there, but I just clicked outside of it, didn't I? Okay, there we go. So there's that. Thanks for watching, which I guess it just put it in my downloads folder instead. Whatever. So thanks for watching. It goes right there. And then we'll add that video clip in a second. Thanks for watching. Hit open, and we'll let that one process. So now what we would have is we would have the side-by-side we're going to land on. So I'm going to click to play the video. It's going to play for 2 minutes, and then it will come back to this screen automatically. All right, and there we go. So that was a pretty nice transition. It's like right as it fades out, it goes to the live screen. It's just you got to watch that because it's going to automatically switch over to it. So that's all I've got for this one. I think it looks really good. I think this was, I learned a little bit about how the overlays work, and we tested out the LinkedIn comments. We know that those are going to work for Friday. And then also, well, I guess one thing I haven't tested is that the other, so Megan, she is able to see the chat, but she can't click on the chat. So that's something I learned. That's something Andy's used to, but I just didn't know. Okay, yeah, so that is that. And then my thanks for watching is on here as well. So I think I'm going to end this thing. We're going to do a thanks for watching little clip, and I'll end the stream. So thanks for hanging out with me and chatting and making sure this stuff works and testing out the quality and all that. So talk to you on Friday. Bye, everybody.